All right, brother, welcome to the Push 2 workout. This is going to be a little bit similar to the Push 1 workout with the exception of a couple new muscles we're going to be training. So we trained our front shoulders in the first push workout. This one we're going to be doing the side of the shoulders. We're also going to be doing the chest, we're going to be doing another quad exercise, and we're going to be doing a glute exercise. So that's going to be the new addition to this workout. So let's start with our first exercise, which is going to be for chest. And we're going to be doing a machine pec deck chest fly. Now, you have this machine at your gym. Most all gyms have this machine, but it may look a little bit different than this one. But there's really two exercises that you can actually do on this machine, and it's going to be a reverse fly, which when you face into the bench and do this, or a chest fly when you're coming forward like this. We obviously want to go forward to train our chest then. All right, so what you're going to want to do is pull down these knobs and you want to put the arms at the number 3 position, okay? This way you're going to get a little bit of a stretch without ending with your arms completely flat like a crucifix, okay? Because when we come all the way back, we're going to want a little bit of a stretch, okay? We don't want to end here because it doesn't stretch our chest all the way. We want to come back a little bit, okay? So we set it to about a 3 position. The seat, you want to be in a position to where when you bring your hands forward, they're at your chest, okay? Because the arms won't move. So if you drop the seat too low, your hands are going to be up here. If you bring up the seat too high, your hands are going to be down here slightly. You want it to be right across, okay? About perpendicular to your body, in line with your chest. So we're going to go ahead and grab onto these handles. First thing you want to do is pinch your shoulder blades back and tighten down your abs. You don't want to arc the back, flat against the seat. I like to take my legs and push myself into the seat. And then we're going to squeeze our arms forward and flex that chest as hard as you can. Think about trying to put a pencil between your chest muscles and squeezing it together. Squeeze. Real slow on the way back, come into a pause. Big stretch, pinch the shoulder blades. Squeeze the chest coming all the way through. So with this exercise, you're going to do 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Let's jump to the next one. All right, brother, up next we're going to have leg extensions. And leg extensions are going to be for the front quad muscles. Okay? Now the leg extension machine at your gym may look a little bit different than this one, but the principles will still apply. The first thing you're going to want to adjust is going to be the leg, okay? Because what you want is when you sit into this machine, you want it to be about 3 inches above your ankle, okay? You don't want it on your ankles, you don't want it up higher. You want it to be about 3 inches above your ankle. So take about I'll say 4 fingers or so, put it there, that's where it should be positioned. So this is actually in a good position for me. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull back the seat adjustment and make sure you're leaning backwards, okay? You don't want to be leaning forward when you do this exercise, especially if you sit a lot. You're going to engage something called your hip flexors, which is going to feel like it's starting to tug on your knee, okay? So you want to make sure that you open up those hips all the way. Keep your chest up real high. You don't want to be leaning all the way backwards. I'm just tall, okay? But you don't want to be like this, 90 degrees or leaning forward too much. So lean a little bit further back. We're going to make sure when we push off our legs, we're keeping our toes pointed in an upward position. We don't want to point them down. We don't want to point them straight out. We want to point them up. That'll help us fully engage our quads, okay? So what we're going to do with this is nice and slow, coming all the way up. You want to go about 3/4 of the way just before you hit the top. You see, I have a slight bend on my knee still. You don't want to lock out, okay? And coming down nice and slow. Coming back up about 3/4 of the way and nice and slow. You want to try to flex these muscles in the top, okay? They work just like your triceps, okay? So you want to flex them nice and tight and slow on the way down. One more, going real slow on the way up to a pause and nice and slow on the way down. So you're going to want to do 4 sets of about 8 to 10 reps with this exercise. Now let's jump to the next one. All right, brother, up next is going to be a shoulder exercise, and this is called dumbbell lateral raises. And like I was mentioning, in the other push workout, we focus more on the front of the shoulders. Now we're going to focus on the side of the shoulders, what actually gives it that nice capped look, okay? So what we're going to do is some dumbbell lateral raises. So I'm going to have you grab a set of dumbbells. You want to make sure it's a weight that you can do about 10 reps with. If it's too heavy and you can't lift your arms up, you need to drop the weight, okay? But we're going to grab onto a set of dumbbells, okay? You want to keep your chest up real high with this, and you want to go slightly, not straight out to the sides, about slightly out, okay? I say about 45 degrees from your leg, just like this, okay? Keep your chest up real high, and you're gonna go nice and controlled all the way down. Again, you're trying to focus on the side part of your shoulder here. Keep your wrist straight, arms going straight out, chest up real high, nice and slow. Now, one little tip I like to think about is when I raise my arms up, I'm thinking about trying to keep my pinky slightly higher than my thumb. So we're gonna do 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps with that exercise. Let's jump to the next one. All right, brother, now we're gonna do a seated abduction, okay? Now this exercise is actually very simple, it's very self-explanatory, and it's very safe. But what it's gonna do is work the outside of your butt muscles. And these are very important because if you sit a lot, your hips get really tight and they lock up there. So you wanna use that muscle so it loosens up those hips a little bit, okay? So what we're gonna do is have a seat inside this machine. Again, it may look a little bit different, but it's called a seated abduction, okay? There's also a seated adduction where you bring your knees in. This one pushes your knees out, okay? So we're gonna have a seat in here, make sure our knees are snug against the pad, and all you're gonna do is keep your chest up real high, don't lean forward too much, okay? And you just wanna open up your legs, and you'll feel the tension right on the outside of your butt muscles right here, okay? So very slow and controlled, coming all the way back, coming all the way open. You see how slow I'm going with this exercise? That's about how fast you wanna go, okay? No faster than this, real slow. Doing a set about 8 to 10. We also call these the bad girls, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps with this exercise, and that is going to wrap up the push-to workout.